All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to turn that song off. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we join Twisted Racing for tonight's parade lap. All right, nice job, Twisted Racing, and nice new jerseys. The team is debuting tonight. Hey, riders, parents, listen up for tonight's riders meeting. All right, guys, first go-rounds. Start heading back to station. We'll get started here pretty quick tonight. Thank you, guys, for coming out Wednesday night under the lights. Appreciate you being here in spite of the sprinkles. Yeah, first go-rounds, guys, coming right up. All right, looks like Moto 1's getting locked and loaded up there. No Nelly B tonight. So instead of Nelly B, we're looking for Tom for the big thumbs up tonight whenever he's ready to go. All right, gates down, and we're rolling out there. Moto 1 on the track right now, 9-10 local open. Looking at Simmons, Hood, Teague, Bross, and Hinderleiter. Brandon Carroll looking for you in registration. Brandon Carroll. Yeah, it's got to be boosted colors. Out with that early hole shot. Levi Teague out there, 25 bike. It's got to be the T bike and the 2. My man, Lil Wade Hinderleiter, rounding that tower turn and headed down the 3 straightaway. Looking at top 2, moving on. 31 motos tonight, guys. So thank you for enduring the sprinkles and coming out, racing with us out here at the Rock. We appreciate it. I know we're going to try to run them pretty quick tonight. There's another storm on the tail end of this one. So we're going to try to run these pretty quick. So be ready to go tonight, guys. 25 and a T. Teague and Hinderleiter moving on out of Moto 1. Total points race here, Moto 2, 11-12 local open. Hernandez, Nalen, or Tegeson. Got a good race going on up front right now with Hernandez and Nalen. More boosted colors on the top spot. Maddie Nalen, you didn't bring the umbrella tonight? Of all the times, Maddie Poppins didn't bring the umbrella tonight. Coming back this way, looking like the 44 bike of Nalen with the low point out there. Hernandez with a 2, or Tegeson's going to get a 3 out of Moto 2. Total points in Moto 3, 13-14 local open. Suter, Rivera, Hot Rod Lee. Yeah, it's going to be Hot Rod up front right now. Suter in that 2 spot. Sharkbait, Rivera in the 3 as we head out of that final turn. I think they got a pump race going on. Sharkbait says, not me. Sharkbait trying to sneak by him. Hot Rod coming back this way. Suter's going to get the low point. So Suter, Lee, Rivera, and shout out to Sharkbait Rivera, won all 3 days of the Midwest National, and I'm going to keep talking about it all month. Nice job, Sharkbait. 21-25, Moto 4 coming back this way, more far, and Manahano, we're looking at 1, and that's going to go to the 108 to Manahano. He got the low point. I believe that was far. What does Grindo call him? Manuano? Manaduano.
They don't say it right.
Whatever they say, they don't say it right. 9-10 Girls Cruiser, Moto 5 out there. Henderson Moto, one-way style, coming down that back straightaway. It's Zariah Isla in Flura, a.k.a. the Star, Cupcake, and the Sunflower coming back this way. The 1 bike going to take the 1. The 3 bike's going to take the 2, and the 2 bike's going to take the 3. Did you guys get all that? 5, that was Moto 5. 6 out there, 17-20 Women's Cruiser. Keggles Bike Shop Moto, Whitby, Pearson, and Melton. Yeah, it's got to be Steezy. Checking out right now up front. Battle's going to be between Whitby and Melton back there. Mrs. Melton, that is. 2 and 3, Whitby and Melton coming back this way. They got a little drag race going on across the line and to the stripe. Melton going to get the 2. Whitby will get a 3 out there. Moto 6. 7 on the track. 10 Cruiser. Wallace, James. Got both of the Wallace boys out there with James. I think that's the Gap man out there on the top spot. Oh, the Hunter, here he comes. Diving in low, takes over that lead spot. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Coming on that back straightaway across the line. Keggles Bike Shop colors, just like that. Boom. Makes it happen out there. I almost said just like that, ka-chow. There's a special place for that. It's a very special place. 13 Cruiser. 8 out there, Williams, Bungie, the Storm, and Frostbite out there, coming on that back straightaway. Happy Feet leading the charge. Keggles Bike Shop, S&M colors, cross the line, back this way to the stripe, the 19. Happy Feet Bungie taking that 1 and only out of Moto 8. Moto 9, 17-20 Cruiser, Barnes, Bertram Jr., Henderson. Tonight's race is brought to you by One Way BMX. A lot of one-way riders out here tonight, and they're fast. Coming on that back straightaway, there's one of them right there, the 1 bike, Melanster, cruising on through the low point, still racing out there. Barnes and Bertram Jr., looks like the 12 bike, Bertram Jr. is going to get the 2, Barnes with a 3 out there on a Moto 9. 10 on the track right now, 56-60 Cruiser, Melton, Wright, and Pulaski. Yeah, Melton up front right now. He's got Wright in his right pocket. Oh, here comes Pulaski diving in low, coming on that back straightaway. Pulaski trying to take it away from Melton. Across the line to the stripe. Melton's going to get the low point. Pulaski right. 1, 2, 3. 5 and under novice. We got 14 riders showing up tonight. Oh, yeah. Moto 11 locked and loaded up there. First rack of 2. Vians, Campton, Bross, Whitlow, Shornack, Swinbank, and St. Vincent. Here we go. Oh, yeah, Gate is down. First rack of 2 on the track right now. Oh, let's see what's going on with the Hurricane Josie out there. Got her first win last week, and we're bar to bar heading into that first turn. Looking at top 2 transferring out of this first go-around. First rack of 2 and 5 and under novice. They're going to line up 8 wide come main event time. Oh, yeah. Coming down that 2 straightaway, 5:16. Hurricane Josie getting it done one more time. The 3:13 out there with the 2 spots. Got to be the Princess, Iris Whitlow. Oh, yeah, charging down that 3 straightaway. I see Twisted Racing colors on the 3 spot. I think that's Brat Pack colors out there. Might be Drew Campton out there. 5:14 bike getting in the mix. In out of that final turn we go again. Top 2 moving on. Hurricane Josie checking out right now. Got the first win last Sunday. Looking at potentially starting a winning streak tonight. 5:16. Coming back this way, Hurricane Josie, just like that. With a 3:13, the Princess Iris Whitlow, both moving on out of Moto 11. Second rack out there, Moto 12, 5 and under novice. Wallen, Nelson, Embry, Gagliano, Crocker, Butler, and Mack. Oh, got a down rider on that first straightaway, getting him checked out. It's got to be the 282 out there. It's Carson Crocker with a big hole shot. 5:68. No, down riders back up. Down riders saying, I'm getting right back to those pedals. Put me up on top of Thunder Mountain. Oh, Rockford, we're going to need a little bit more. Keep that noise going. Getting back up there on the pedals. Here we go now. Yeah, you got it. You got it up there. Eric, what's the number on that plate? That's Evelyn out there. Evelyn Wallen getting back to the pedals. 282 coming on through. It's got to be Carson Crocker with the 482. 482, that's Peaches Mack moving on. Man, 5 and under novice, guys. I'm telling you right now, that main event. Whoo, that is going to be one you don't want to miss. Yeah, just a reminder, guys, all the parents, we need you to stay on the inside of the infield fence. We had somebody get involved with a collision back there, so we started a new rule that last summer. No problem being down here. Just make sure you're on the inside of the fence down by the tower. We appreciate it, guys. All right, Moto 13 locked and loaded up there, 7 novice. 9 riders showing up tonight. We're going to have 8 wide in the main for 7 novice. Here we go. Well, yeah, gates down. Here we go, Moto 13 in the track right now. Whitlow, Foster, Zanker, Macias, and Scootin' Newton. Yeah, heading on into that first turn. We'll see who's got the whole shot going. I see Fly Zone colors up there. Oh, outside rider. Look at that. Throwing on the blinker. Moving over to that 2 spot. Oh, we lost a pedal. Getting a little loose out there. 306 and the 192. Oh, that's Whitlow in the 2 spot. That's got to be Kane Macias out there in the lead spot. Lost a pedal. Oh, he lost another one. Kegel's Bike Shop. We got to catch Kane Macias and get some new pedals on that bike. I think he's got plastic pedals on there. Slipping and sliding all over the place. Well, yeah, Tyrion Whitlow, 192. Bike coming on back this way. Looking for the 1 of 2. Whitlow's going to cruise on through and looking like the 306. Kane Macias is going to hold on to that 2 spot. Somebody show Kane Macias where the new pedals are down there in the bike shop. 564 bike out front here. The second rack of 7 novice. Nayland, Salinger, Helser, and Lopen. Oh, 7 novice, going to be 8 wide in the mains. Oh, yeah, Lopen leading the charge on that 3 straightaway. We're looking at top 2 moving on. In and out of that final turn, all bunched up front. Top 2 headed straight to the show. Let's see what we got as we bring it back home. 564. 564 is in there. Christopher Lopen and the 26. Lightning Lily getting it done out there. She's going to take that second spot out of 14. 15 out there. 9 novice. Fahey, Hall, Roby, Campton, Shornack. Fly Zone Colors leading the charge out there. It's got to be Mackenzie Fahey, 548 bike. Looking at top 2 moving on as we bring down that back straightaway. Yeah, Mackenzie Fahey cruising on through with a 1 and 2. That's got to be the 264 bike. Caleb Shornack taking that second spot out of Moto 15. 16 out there. 11 novice. Kruger, Mack, Hood, and Mallory the Moose Hinderleiter. Mallory got a win here at Midwest Nationals last weekend, right? A couple weeks ago, I guess. The Moose, Mallory Hinderleiter, winning the Midwest Nationals this year. That's pretty good stuff. Looking at 1, she's got things going her way as she brings it down that back straightaway. 12 bike, Broke Folk Racing Colors, getting it done out there. No, that's a 43 bike. That's Sweet Pea Mac out there. Sweet Pea. Had 2 Broke Folk riders out there. Sweet Pea Mac taking that one and only out of Moto 16. 17 out there, 13 novice. Wallen, Nelson, Spate, and Ortigason. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. I think that's Ortigason out there. 553 bike. Looking at 1 spot up for grabs. And we got some boosted colors trying to sneak on through. And here we go. The drag race to the line. The 553. Ortigason taking that one and only out of 17. 18 out there, 15 novice. Phelps, Zanker, Crane, and Velarde. It's got to be Crane out front right now. Another rider picking up the new sponsor, Twisted Racing Colors out there, Alexander Crane. He can be on the team, but he's still got to wear his Rockford jersey, Tom. Coming back this way, Crane going to take that one and only out of Moto 18. 19 out there, 16 novice. Roby, Russell, and Hudson, the Hornet Wallen. Twisted Racing Colors up there, 1 and 2. It's got to be Hudson, the Hornet. Colin Russell up there, 267 bike leading the charge in and out of that final turn. Roby in that 2 spot, Wallen in the 3 as we head down that back straightaway. Russell charging 267 bike, gonna lock in a low point. Roby with a 2 and Wallen with a 3. 26-35 novice out there. Newton, Lance, Whitby, Perkins, Sparby, and Squirrely Willie out there. Oh, yeah. Squirrely Willie got the new sponsor, Twisted Colors. All right. Squirrely Willie checking out right now. Twisted Colors coming back this way. We're looking at 2. He's going to cruise on through with a 1. He always gives me the style, and it's always just inches away from going over his handlebars, and I love that. Lance with a 2 out there out of Moto 20. 21, 41, 45 novice. Barnes, Vincent, and Fox. Oh, Candyman taking the high side of this one. Coming down that 2 straightaway, Candyman and the inside of turn 2, 5'11 out there. Fox with a 2 spot. Barnes, Fox, St. Vincent. Oh, yeah, we got Nikki St. Vincent out there getting warmed up for the 4th of July parade. Yeah. Battle still up front right now with Barnes and Fox. Oh, yeah, bumping and running, coming down that back straightaway, bar to bar, across the line we go, and to the stripe. Oh, the Candyman can, rolling on through with a low point. Fox with a 2, St. Vincent with a 3 out of Moto 21. Oh, man, 22 stacked up tonight, 7 inner. Rogers, Bross, Hassan, Max, St. Vincent, Hernandez, Lance, and the Miracle Girl out there. It's got to be the 13, the Wrath. Layla Rogers leading the charge. In and out of that final turn we go at. It's got to be Kegel's Bike Shop Colors in the 2 spot. That's St. Vincent coming back this way. Looking at 3. 13's in there. St. Vincent's in there in the 239. Racing Grayson Lance cruising on through out of first go around. Yeah, 23 out there, 9 inner. Simmons, Moore, Hernandez. 116. It's got to be Hernandez. Twisted Racing Colors around that second turn we go. Yeah, Hernandez out front right now. It's got to be Meow Meow Simmons out there with a 2, Moore with a 3 as we head down that 3 straightaway to the final turn. Hernandez, Simmons, Moore. 1, 2, 3, single file style they go as they bring it on home. 116 bike. Hernandez going to get the low point. Simmons with a 2, Moore with a 3 at a Moto 23. 24 out there, 10 inner far. Williams, Cadilla, Teague, and Chow. That's got to be boosted colors out there. Levi Teague on that 25 bike. Dayton Farr out there, 87. Guys, I want to point out that 87 bike on the track right now, Dayton Farr. That guy won all 3 days of the Midwest Nationals a couple weeks back. Nice job, Dayton. Yeah, he's giving Teague a run for his money out there in the back straightaway. Again, top 2 moving on. Here comes Farr, Teague and Farr. Don't count out Williams in the 3 spot. Here we go, charging to the stripe. 25 and the 87 moving on. Farr and Teague out of 24. 25 out there, 12 intermediate. Hawk, Wallace, and Swain. Yeah, it's got to be Hawk Lane out front right now, leading the charge. Fly zone colors. Moving on to that final turn, Sassy Pants Swain out there in the 3 spot, which means Jace Boy Wallace out there in the 2. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. Hawk Lane, Wallace, and Swain. Hey, who turned intermediate at the National? Was it Jace? That one turned expert at the National. That's right. It's awesome. 14 inner out there. 26 Rivera, Milky Jr. and Parham. Now, speaking of, I'm going to say it again. This guy right here, Sharkbait Rivera, won all 3 days of the Midwest National. Nice job, Sharkbait. Joker out there with a 2 spot. Parham with a 3 at a Moto 26. 27 out there, 26-35 inner, Harold Swinbank and Scholes. Yeah, it's got to be Swinbank. That's another guy out there that won the Midwest Nationals. Brandon Swinbank in and out of that final turn. It's got to be Harold in the 2, Scholes in the 3. Yeah, coming back this way, that's how it's going to go. Swinbank, Harold, and Scholes, 1, 2, 3, on Moto 27. 28 out there, 46 to 50 inner. Pulaski, Barnes, Mr. and Mrs. Melton out there, same moto. It's got to be Coach Mark out there. Guys, we've got a handful of blue Beginners League jerseys in the house tonight. If you see them out in the pits, tell them what's up. I think it's a lot of their first races out here. Melton coming back this way. He's going to take that one and only out of Moto 28. 29 out there, 9 girls expert, Henderson. The Star, Sunflower, and Cupcake, bar to bar, heading into the tower turn. Oh, Cupcake. Diving in low, she's got the whole shot, heading down that 3 straightaway. One-way BMX Moto right now. All 3 riders, one-way riders. In and out of that final turn and headed down the back straightaway. 3 bikes still up front. Cupcake got company coming on the 2 bike. Let's see what's going on here at the line. The 2 bike's going to get the 2. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 1 in our sheets. So Cupcake got the low point. The Star with a 2, Sunflower with a 3 at a Moto 29. 30 out there. 8 expert, Hinderleiter, James, and Wallace. Heading down that back straightaway. Tar on the Hunter James. He's going to get the low point. The drag race to the line, the 25. Lil Wade getting it done out there with a 2. Gatman Wallace. That was Gatlin Wallace turned expert at the Midwest Nationals. Congrats, Gatlin. Good work. Oh, Lil Wade, we need the T on the bike. Lil Wade, we got to have a T on your bike, buddy. 12 expert, 31 coming back this way. The 44's in there. Nayland taking that one and only out of 31. 32, 14 expert, Lee, Beard, Suter, Bungie. That's got to be Hot Rod Lee out there, 26 bike. Hot Rod leading the charge. Currently sponsorless out there, teams and or generous parents. Hot Rod coming back this way. 26 bike. He's going to take that one and only out of Moto 32. 33 out there. 15 expert. Henderson, Farr, Pearson, and Moore. Oh, yeah. Charging down that first straightaway. I think that's Farr out there with a whole shot. Coming down the 2 straight. Here we go. Around the tower turn. 24 bike out front right now. Oh, he's got the wrong plate on. So this is Gavin Farr. He's got the wrong plate on the bike. Should have a state 1 out there, Gavin. coming down that back straightaway. Hey, Gavin, throw a state 1 on the bike. I'd rather run a state 1. 34 out there, 17-20 expert. Arrington, Dawson, Zanoni, Beard, and Henderson. Yeah, it's got to be the Z-man out there. Colton Zanoni, 09 rider, leading the charge, heading down that 3 straightaway. This guy does it all out there. Golf, baseball, swimming, parasailing, who knows. Coming back this way, Zanoni. Going to cruise on through with a 102 of the Milan Henderson. 35 out there, 21-25 expert. Goldsmith, Hathcock, Foster, and Monahano, 19 bike. Hathcock leading the charge. Heading down that 3 straightaway. Kegel's Bike Shop colors, 1 and 2. Foster right there. Trying to reel him in down that back straightaway. Coming back this way. Hathcock taking that one and only out of Moto 35. Strider riders, looks like we've got 2 of them in the house. Casey Miller, Bo Butler. Guys, Bo Butler raced the 5 and under novice moto earlier. That was Bo's first race on the pedal bike. He's doing double duty tonight, pedal bike and balance bike. Bo, you the man. Can you imagine riding a Strider lap and then having to go get on a pedal bike? No way. I'd have to take a nap after that. One-on-one battle. Casey Miller, Bo Butler. Here we go. Well, yeah, gate is down. We got Miller and Butler. Again, guys, that rider out there with the orange mohawk. First laps tonight on the pedal bike and 5 and under novice. He did a great job out there. We'll give him some more shout-outs second go-round. Bo Butler out there. It's got to be Casey Miller checking out. Oh, yeah, coming on that 2 straightaway. Paddle power out there. Byron, Illinois. The 532 bike. Miller rounding that tower turn. Big smiles along the way. Oh, yeah. Butler coming this way with an orange mohawk, orange bike, orange jersey and kit. Look at this guy. Looking like a pro out there. Yeah, guys, again, thanks for coming out tonight. A little wet out here, but we're getting through it. I'd be ready to go for second go-rounds, guys. Second go-rounds, I'd start heading up to staging. Yeah, coming back this way, Miller, 532 bike. Big lap for Casey Miller coming on through. Nice job, Casey. And not far behind, Bo Butler, 443 bike. Doing the double duty tonight. Paddle bike and the pedal bike. Nice job, Bo. Good luck second go-around, buddy. Yeah, guys, second go-rounds are coming up here. Just a heads up, we got some new hats in stock down there in the Red Roof building. So stop down there and pick you up a new hat. 6 different colors, I believe. So go check those out. Second go-rounds, guys, coming right up. rounds, second go-rounds, guys. Second go-rounds. Looking for you back there. We're going to get going here pretty quick. Hannah King, you rock. How many more you need? 60. You got it. You got it. 60 it is. Troy, 60 new orders coming your way. Hot off the presses. Alice, of all the days to not have your umbrella? Ah, gotcha. I was going to say. All right, looks like second go rounds. Moto 1 locked and loaded up there, 9:10 local open, and here we go. Well, yeah, gates down, second go rounds on the track right now, 9:10 local open. Looking at Simmons, Hood, and Saucy Brossy out there. Looking at two riders moving on. That's got to be Hood. Hood with the whole shot coming out of that first turn. Meow Meow out there in the 2 spot. Headed down that 2 straightaway. Hood running the show out there. Simmons in the 2 spot. Who we need up there? Should have Nayland, Hernandez, Ortigason. Yeah, coming down that back straightaway. Simmons and Hood moving on through out of Moto 1. Looks like we're missing somebody up there. He's coming. So 11-12 local open, Moto 2 first go round. Nayland got the low point out there. Hernandez got a 2, and Ortigason got a 3. Give Liam just a second here. All right, Nayland setting it up here, 11-12 local open. Second go round, here we go. Gates down, we're rolling out there. First go round, Nayland with the low point. Oh, he's got action here, bar to bar. Heading into that first turn, Hernandez, Nayland throwing on the blinkers. Oh, Hernandez right there with him. Hernandez going to try to get him this lap. Coming on that 2 straightaway, 44 bike. Nayland out front right now. Hernandez taking that low line down the 3 straightaway. Oh, yeah. Hernandez diving in low in the final turn. Here goes Hernandez. Oh, just couldn't quite get an elbow out. Nayland goes around. Nayland going to make it happen here one more time. Second go round. Hernandez with a 2. You had him. Nice try, Armando. Caleb Ortigason out there with a 3 out of a Moto 2. What are you looking at? Okay, just making sure. 13-14 local open coming back this way, same as first go around. Suter, Lee, Rivera, 1, 2, 3. No, that's not right. Lee 1. Suter 2, Rivera 3. So they'll be all tied up. Suter and Lee 3 points each. 21-25 local open Moto 4 out there. First go around. Manjo Wando got the low point. Farr got a 2. And Moore got a 3, and we're going to have a repeat of that here. Monahano, Farr, Moore, 1, 2, 3 at a Moto 4. 5 out there, one-way Moto 9-10 girls cruiser. First go around, the Star got the low point on the 1 bike. The 3 bike got the 2, and the 2 bike got the 3. I hope I said that right. 1 bike out front right now, the Star leading the charge on that 3 straightaway. Are you going to go get me a candy bar out of concessions or what? You're wasting time down there. Coming down that back straightaway, still the Star out there in the 1 bike. Yeah, the Star are going to get the low point out there. 3 bike, Cupcake Henderson will get the 2, and the 2 bike of Sunflower Henderson will get the 3. 17-20 women's cruiser out there. Moto 6 first go around, Steezy. Pearson got the low point. Looks like Melton got a 2, Whidbey got a 3. Whidbey in the 2, Melton on the 3 right now. Heading down that back straightaway, looking to even it up here, 5 points each. And that's how it's going to go. Whidbey's going to get the 2, Melton with a 3, all tied up, 5 points each. Are you going to go get me some track nachos or what? Okay, well, you got some cash on you? You got to start cutting some grass, man. Yeah, I had to. 10 Cruiser, Moto 7 coming back this way. The Hunter, Tarn James got it first go around. Oh, the 7-13, Jace Boy got it second go around, so they'll be all tied up. James and Wallace 3 points each. Moto 8 out there, 13 Cruiser. Williams, the Storm, and Frostbite. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. One-way colors up there, 1 and 2. The Storm and Frostbite cruising on through with the 1 and 2 out of Moto 8. Moto 9 out there, 17-20 women's, 17-20 cruiser. First go round, Melanster got the low point. Looks like Bertram Jr. got a 2, Barnes got a 3. And we are battling down that 3 straightaway, looking to have a little repeat here first go round. One bike, Melanster cruising on through with a low point. 12 bike of Bertram Jr. and the 49 of Barnes out there, Moto 9. 10 on the track right now, 56-60 Cruiser, Melton, Pulaski, and Wright. So we had first go around Wright on that 2 spot right now, trying to even the score with Pulaski out there. Heading down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Yeah, Melton out there in the 8 bike coming back this way. Looking for another low point out there. Melton crossed the line and to the stripe. Ratitude the whole way. All right, Wright with a 2. It's either Ratitude or Melton is gassy down that back straight. So Wright and Pulaski will be all tied up, 5 points each. 5 and under novice. Second go around here, Moto 11. First of 2. Oh, yeah, 55 bike. Sunshine out there on the top spot. 408 bike in that 2 spot. It's got to be Lincoln Swinbank. Guys, Lincoln Swinbank just got on the pedal bike. Sitting in that second qualifying spot right now, if he can hold on to it. Coming on that 3 straightaway. St. Vincent is gone. She's checking out. Sunshine. Coming on that back straightaway. Oh, no. Lost somebody on that 3 straightaway. Second place rider, Lincoln Swinbank. Oh, the battle's on down that back straightaway. Let's see if Swinbank can hold on to it. Sunshine. St. Vincent is out. Look at that race pace on Sunshine. Battles for the second qualifying spot. The 408 bike, Lincoln Swinbank, getting it done. Yeah, buddy. Second rack out there, 5 and under novice. Oh, yeah, 588 bike on the top spot, 556 bike on the 2. That's got to be Xavier Gagliano. Jamison Nelson out there, 2 Rockford BMX Beginners League riders, guys. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway, looking for 2 more. And that'll fill that gate up 8 wide in the main event. Yeah, buddy. In and out of that final turn we go. Gagliano and Nelson, 1 and 2. Oh, look at this. They got a drag race going on. Bar to bar, across the line, and to the stripe we go. 556 is in there. Jamison Nelson. And the 588, Xavier Gagliano, his second race ever, and is headed to the show. Nice job. 7 novice, 13 and 14 combined up. We're taking the top 4 riders. Should have Scoot, Newton, Foster, Zanker, Salinger, and Helser. Yeah, coming down that back straight away. Fly Zone colors out front right now. Across the line we go into the stripe. Oh, yeah, going upstairs over that tabletop. 215 bike is in there. Scoot and Newton. We got the 551 Salinger, Arlo Wild, and the 589. So again, Newton, Foster, Zanker, and Salinger all moving on out of Moto 13 and 14, 7 novice. 9 novice out there, Moto 15. Hall, Roby, and Campton coming down that back straightaway. Oh, yeah, not a total points race out there. Battles for that second qualifying spot. Here we go to the stripe. The 526, Roby with a power down that back straightaway. Campton and Roby moving on. Roby, where can you get that kind of excitement? In what sport? In what sport can you get that kind of excitement? A back straight drag race? Nothing like it, man. 11 novice out there. This is Moto 16. Kruger, Hood, and Hinderleiter. It's got to be the Moose in there with a 1, a 2, the 249 by Caden Hood. Moving on through out of Moto 16. 17 out there, 13 novice. Wallen, Nelson, and Spate. Top 2 moving on. Heading down that 3 straightaway. Here comes the sunshine. We got boosted colors out front right now. I know every time I take my eyes off this moto sheet over to the concession stand, there's Jake watching every single lap. Coming down that back straightaway, 41's in there. Oh, no, we got together on the back straightaway, guys. We're both back to the pedals. One more spot up for grabs. Oh, here we go, bar to bar. Who's going to get that second spot? The 550's getting that second spot. Grayson Wallen. Whoo! Nice drag race down the backstretch. Wow. 15 novice out there, Moto 18, Phelps, Zanker, and Velarde. Top 2 moving on. Cruising on through with a 542. Phelps and the 145 of Velarde both charging. 19 out there, 16 novice. First go around, Colin Russell got the low point. Oh, but he's got Roby right there. Twisted Racing colors, 1 and 2. Here we go to the tower turn. 267, Bike Russell out front right now. We got Roby in that 2 spot. Roby trying to reel him in down the 3 straightaway. Oh, Russell trying to hold on to it. Roby right there in that 2 spot. Trying to go high, trying to go low. Let's see what's happening here in the back straightaway. Russell across the line to the stripe we go. Russell's going to hold on to that second spot. Top spot. Roby with a 2, Wallen with a 3 out there, Moto 19. 20 in the track right now, 26-35 novice. Sparby, Perkins, Whidbey, and Newton out there. Good job, Shane. Keep it going out there, man. Keep it going. Try standing up, Shane. It's going to be weird for a couple laps, but you'll get used to it. So Whidbey's cruising on through with the 577 of Matt Newton and the 170 of Sean Perkins. Got 21 out there, 41-45 novice. Barnes, Fox, St. Vincent. Hey, Shane. Shane, try standing up. Try making it a whole lap. It's going to feel really weird for a couple laps, but you'll get used to it. Promise you. 41-45 coming back this way. Oh, the Candyman takes the 2 out there. So Fox and Barnes are all tied up. 3 points each. Seven in on the track right now. Moto 22, Bross, Hassan, Mack, Rogers, and Hernandez. Top 4 moving on. Oh, yeah. Headed down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Again, top 4 moving on. Let's see what we got here as we bring it on back to the stripe. Across the line, the 15 bike, the Miracle Girl's in there with a 1 of 4. The 156 bike's in there, the Dude, the 90, and the 119 all moving on. Hassan and Hernandez. Good try out there, Saucy Brossy. 9 inner on the track right now, Moto 23, Hernandez, Simmons, and Moore. Yeah, first go around, Hernandez got the low point. Got it going his way here. Second go round, Hernandez going to power on through for another low point out there, twisted style. Meow Meow with a 2. Where'd her ears go? Her ear, she's so fast, her ears flew off. And Moore with a 3 out there at a Moto 23. 24 out there, 10 inner. Oh, yeah. It's got to be Williams going airborne on that 2 straightaway. Look at this guy jumping all over the place. Man, to the Zayden, wherever your grandparents are, they're going to learn how to take your bike down to Kegels and have the rear wheel trued here anytime now. 217 bike. Williams going to cruise on through with a 1-2 and a 197 of Peyton Kadia moving on. Good try out there, Kachow. 12 inner on the track right now, Moto 25. First go around, Hawk Lane got the low point. Looks like Jace Boys, a no-show out there, so Sassy Pants Swain. Hey, Gianna Roby. Should find Suter and go track down Shane Sparby. We're gonna teach him how to stand up and pedal. We gotta get Shane Sparby, Suter's friend. We gotta get him standing up. Hawk Lane coming on through. He's got the low point there, 34 bike. Sassy Pants Swain with a 2 out of Moto 25. 26 out there, 14 inner. Rivera, Joker, Parham. So we had first go around. Yeah, shark bait out there. Mr. Triple Down in the Midwest Nationals, winning all 3 days of the Midwest Nationals out there. He's going to rack up another low point. Battles for the 2. The Joker. Going to hold on to another 2. Pair him with a 3 out there at a Moto 26. 27. 26-35 intermediate. Swinbank, Harold, and Scholes. Yeah, Swinbank coming back this way. Swinbank going for another low point. Harold gets a new nickname every week. We're calling him number 2. Scholes with a 3 out of 27. 28 out there, 46-50 intermediate. Melton, Pulaski, and Barnes. Yeah, it's got to be the 125 of Barnes heading down that 2 straightaway. Pulaski out there in the 2 spot. That's what we got room for. Top 2 moving on here. Barnes, Pulaski, 1 and 2 as we head down that 3 straightaway. And out of that final turn. Barnes, Pulaski, 1 and 2 at a Moto 28. Guys, you'll notice as the evening moves on here, you'll notice that track not getting the slightest bit softer. And that's from countless hours and many evenings and afternoons of Jake out here gluing this BMX track. So how about a real quick round of applause for Jake out here for making sure this track is ultra fast in the rain. Unbelievable. Yeah, 29 coming back this way. One-way moto, the 2 bike. The 2 bike's in there with a low point. The 1 bike got the 2. You guys are going to make us do all kinds of math here. So the Star, Cupcake, Sunflower, 1, 2, 3 out of Moto 29. 30 out there, 8 Expert, James, Hinderleiter, and Wallace. Yeah, headed out of that final turn and down the back straightaway. The Hunter, Tarn, James out here, Hinderleiter, and Wallace. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 42 bike. Going to hold on to the 2. So Wallace and Hinderleiter are going to be all tied up, 30 points each. Guys, if you get a chance, I think there's a picture of it down at Kegel's Bike Shop. There's a photo of an old late 80s, early 90s, somewhere on their mud race. You wouldn't believe what that looked like. Stewart out there, he's going to take the 1 of 2 with a 29 of Hernandez out of 31. 32 out there, 14 Expert, Beard, Suter, Bungie. It's got to be Twisted Racing colors out there. Suter in the 2 spot, Bungie in the 3, trying to get past Suter. In and out of that final turn we go. Beard in there with a 1 of 2. Here comes Suter and Bungie. Oh, Suter's going to get it. Man, good race down that back straightaway with happy feet, Suter, but Suter got him. 33 out there, 15 Expert. Not a total points race. We got Henderson, Pearson, and Moore. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. It's got to be Henderson out there. More in the 2 spot. In and out of that final turn we go and headed back this way towards the tower. Henderson's in there with Moore out of Moto 33. 34 out there, 1720 expert. Looking at Arrington, Dawson, and Beard. Yeah, it's got to be the 4 bike out there, Beard. Heading down that 3 straightaway, Midwest Militia colors out there. It's got to be, I think that's Arrington out there. In and out of that final turn, headed back this way towards the tower. Top 2 moving on. Not a total points race here. The 4 bike and the 7 are moving on. Arrington and Beard out of 34. 35 out there, 21-25 expert. Goldsmith, Foster, Manahano. Yeah, it's got to be Foster. Out front right now, 122 bike of Goldsmith. Out there in the 2, Manahano with a 3. '17 and the 108 moving through. All right, second lap. Casey Miller giving a wave to the crowd. A lot of fans in the house tonight for Casey Miller. Big name at the Rock tonight. Big name. Yeah, Miller and Butler. Bo Butler up there. Casey Miller, one-on-one battle. Here we go. Well, yeah, we are rolling out there. 5:32 by Casey Miller, all the way in the house from Byron, Illinois. Miller, Butler, 1 and 2, headed down that first straightaway into Bermzilla. And the rain has gone away. You know, Eric, coincidentally, the rain only stops when the Strider class comes up. Could be coincidence. Yeah, 5:32 bike out there. Casey Miller on the top spot. Bo Butler out there with a 2. Around that tower turn we go and headed down the 3 straight. I tell you what, I think we're setting it up for a back straight drag race here. Miller, Butler, 1 and 2. Headed their way to Trophy Town. We got Steezy down there at the finish line to hand out the hardware. Look at the trophy size. Oh, yeah. Yeah, still Miller coming down that back straightaway. Oh, here comes Butler. Butler playing a little catch-up. Oh, Butler trying to reel in Miller down that back straightaway. Here we go. Across the line and to the stripe. Casey Miller on the way to Trophy Town. Yeah, Miller. 5:32 bike with a 4:43 of Butler. Keep going, Bo. Keep going. Nice job. Strider riders in the house tonight, guys, as always. If the Striders are something you want to get the kiddos or the grandkiddos involved in, we got the bikes for sale right down here at Kegel's Bike Shop. And you can talk to registration about Strider memberships and how to get involved out here. It's real simple. All right, guys, take a quick break, but not too long. Main event time. We're going to be looking for those main events. This time of the year, the Wednesday night under the lights, those lights sometimes don't end up coming on for too long. All right, guys, main events. Main events looking for you back in staging. We'll get started here pretty quick. Hey, Shane. Main event. If you stand up and pedal the whole lap, I'll buy you a track nacho. Deal? Track nachos. Deal? All right, you got the whole lap. You got to stand up the whole lap. All right, I'll make it happen. Guys, we're going to need some trophy card volunteers. Trophy card volunteers to the finish line, please. We need 4 of them. Got 3 coming? All right. And we're going to need somebody down at registration to hand out some trophies as well. So anybody wants to volunteer to hand out some trophies down in registration. Thanks, guys. Anybody want to hand out some trophies tonight? Need 1 volunteer. Parker Williams, your mom just nominated you. Parker Williams needs you to registration. You just got nominated by your mama. Parker Williams, back to registration. They need you back in registration. All right, looks like main event time has arrived. Moto 1, 9:10 local open. Locked and loaded up there. Here we go. Well, yeah, gates down. Main event time. We are rolling out there. Simmons, Hood, Teague, and Lil Wade. Yeah, it's got to be the 25 bike of Teague jumping out front in a hurry. Teague, he's got the whole shot going his way down there in Bermzilla. Oh, yeah, here comes the sunshine down that third straightaway. 25 bike out front right now. We got Lil Wade out there in the 2 spot, 249. That's Caden Hood sitting 3. And Meow Meow Simmons out there with a 4 spot, headed down that 3 straightaway into the final turn. Still Levi Teague coming back this way. This is another rider that's just gotten faster and faster and faster out here. Levi Teague in the 25. He's going to get the win tonight. T-Bike, a Hinderlader with a 2. We got the 249, a Hood with a 3, and Mavis Simmons with a 4 out there at a Moto 1. Main Moto 2 out there, 11-12 local open. Nayland, Hernandez, Ortigason. Nayland's got a couple aces out there. Oh, man, Hernandez trying to just get him one lap. Hernandez got the lead going on in that final turn. Here comes Nayland trying to take it back. Hernandez, Nayland, 1 and 2, coming back this way towards the tower. Nayland's going to try to get him back, and he does. 44 bike, and Nayland's going to get the win out there. Hernandez, nice race always with those guys, Hernandez and Nayland. Ortigason going to get a 3 out of Moto 2. 3 out there, 13-14 local open. Lee and Suter all tied up 3 points each. Lee says, I don't think so. I'm gone. Lee checking out right now. Still sponsorless out there. Coming back this way. Hot Rod Lee taking the win. Suter out there with a 2. Sharkbait with a 3. Moto 4, 21-25 local open. Looks like Manahano's got a couple low points. Farr's got a pair of deuces and more with a 3 out there. So that's how this one's going to go. Trophy cards as they bring it on back to the stripe. The 108 bike, Manahano should have the win. Farr should have a 2 and Moore should have a 3. Again, Manahano, Farr, and Moore. 1, 2, 3. 910 Cruiser out there, one-way moto. Moto 5. Looks like the Star has a couple aces out there. Cupcake Henderson has a couple 2s, and Sunflower Henderson's got a couple 3s. Stars, Sunflowers, and Cupcakes. This is a happy moto out there. One-way color coming back this way. The 1 bike's going to get the win out there. The 3 bike's going to get the 2, and the 2 bike's going to get the 3. It's a tongue twister out there, Moto 5. Moto 6, 17-20 Women's Cruiser. Pearson got a couple aces out there. Woodby and Melton are all tied up with 5 points each. See who wins the war here. Woodby out there in the 2 as we bring it on home. Keggles Bike Shop Moto. Pearson's going to get the win out there. Woodby's going to get a 2 and Melton a 3. So trophy cards, how they crossed the line is how they finished up tonight. Main Moto 7 on the track right now. 10 Cruiser. James Wallace and Wallace, both Wallace boys out there in this one. It's got to be the Hunter and Jace boy all tied up 3 points each. Looks like the Hunter's going to get it done out there. 1 bike, he's going to get the win. 7-13 with a 2. And the 7 bike with a 3 out of Moto 7. Main Moto 8 out there, 13 Cruiser, Bungie, the Storm, and Frostbite. Yeah, Bungie leading the charge out of that final turn. Keggles Bike Shop, S&M Colors coming back this way. Yeah, Bungie's going to hold on to the win here. 3 bike. The Storm's going to get a 2 and the 17 with a 3 out of Main Moto 8. Main Moto 9 out there, 17-20 Cruiser. Melanster's got a couple of low points. Bertram Jr.'s got a couple 2s, and Barnes has got a couple 3s. Main Moto 10 out there right now, 56-60 Cruiser. Melton got a couple low points going on out there. Pulaski and Ryder all tied up. 5 points each, so this one will seal the deal on that. Yeah, coming down that 3 straightaway and out of that final turn. Melton leading the charge on the 8 bike. Melton's going to get the win. Looks like Well, here comes Pulaski, going to try to take it away, but the 29 of Stephen Wright will take a 2 out there. Pulaski with a 3 out of main moto 10. Main moto 11, the moment we've been waiting for. 5 and under novice out there. 8 wide. Here we go. Vians, Whitlow, Swinbank, St. Vincent, Nelson, Gagliano, Crocker, and Peaches Mac. Let's see who's got the whole shot going on in turn 1. Carson, Crocker, 282 bike. Oh, yeah, Crocker coming down that 2 straight away into the tower turn. That's got to be the 516 out there. 516 and the 588 in that 3 spot. Hurricane Josie going to try to take it away. That's got to be Xavier Gagliano out there with a podium 3. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Yeah, charging down that 3 straight away. Still Carson Crocker, 282 bike. He is checking out right now. He's gone. Coming down that back straightaway, still Hurricane Josie out there in the 2 spot. We're bunched up back there for 3 and 4. We'll see what happens here as we cross the stripe. 282 by Carson Crocker with a huge win here in 5 and under novice. Oh, here we go. Hurricane Josie with a 2. 313, the 588, 55, 556, 482. Wow. Whew, Carson Crocker, big win in 5 and under novice. Oh, getting a little sideways. It's got to be the 306 bike out there. Kane Masia saved it. Nayland, Salinger, Lopin, Zanker, Foster, Scootin, Newton, and Whitlow. Oh, yeah, headed down that 3 straight away. I think that's Scootin, Newton up there in the mix. Nice save again. Kane Macias got totally sideways but saved it. Here we go, bumping and running in that 2 spot. Coming back this way towards the tower. Oh, big win here going to the 564. Christopher Lopin, the 192, 306, 551, 215, 26, 589, and 189 will round it out. 7 novice. Wow. Whew. 9 novice out there in main moto 13. Fahey, Roby, Campton, Shornack. Yeah, it's got to be a Mackenzie Fahey out there. 548 by coming on that 3 straight away. Fly Zone representing. Yeah, looking for a win here for the Fly Zone team. We'll see what happens on that back straightaway. He's got company charging in the 2 spot. Oh, yeah, coming back this way. Fahey trying to hold on to this win. Here comes company in the 2 spot. Cross the line. Big win for Fahey out there. 225 at Duncan Campton taking the 2. Caleb Shornack with a 3. And John Roby with a 4 out there in main moto 13. Main moto 14, 11 novice. Mac Hood, Hinderleiter. Not a total points race. Oh, yeah, close quarters up there in the top spot. Oh, broke folk colors in the inside. I think that's Sweet Pea Mac out there taking the lead, coming down that back straightaway. Making the move and making the win happen here. Sweet Pea Mac. 249, Caden Hood with a 2, and Mallory the Moose Hinderleiter with a 3 in the 12 bike. Yeah. Main moto 15 out there, 13 novice. Wallen, Nelson, Ortigason. It's got to be Ortigason out there, 553 bike, another rider. Just made it out of the Beginners League program out there. Caleb Ortigason coming down that back straightaway. Racking up another win here in the 553 bike. Ortigason with a win. 41 bike of Nelson with a 2 in the 550. Grayson Wallen with a 3 out of 15. Main moto 16, 15 novice. Phelps, Crane, Velarde. Oh, Crane in that 2 spot. Not a total points race. All 3 riders qualified to get here. Crane charging hard. Coming back this way. Across the line. And to the stripe. The 542 is going to hold on to a Carmelo Phelps. I know Phelps got a little sideways over that table. I don't think he meant to, though. Phelps going to get the win. Crane with a 2 and Velarde with a 3. Out of Moto 16. 17 out there, 16 novice. Looks like Colin Russell out there with the low point win. I know Gianna Roby, she's going to try to get him at least 1 lap out here, but Russell making it happen. Roby going upstairs. I saw that. Yeah. Hudson the Hornet out there with a 3 spot. Roby just caught at least 7 feet of air over that tabletop. If I was to guesstimate, I'd say 7 feet of air. 26, 35 novice, 18, Vians, Perkins, Whitby, Lance Newton, Squirrely Willie. Racking up another win, 255, Jacob Lance with a 2. Got the 170, Sean Perkins coming on through, the 25 bike of Whitby, and the 577 of Newton out of Moto 18. Moto 19, 41, 45, novice. All tied up here with Candyman Barnes and Daniel Fox. Headed down that 3 straightaway. Oh, here we go. Candyman setting it up. Fox, Barnes, 1 and 2. Coming down that back straightaway. Cross the line. The drag race to the stripe. Fox going to get the win. Candyman with a 2. St. Vincent with a 3 out of main moto 19. Main moto 20 out there, 7 inner. Rogers, Hassan, Max, St. Vincent, Hernandez, Lance. And Rogers, oh, St. Vincent on the inside. He's going to take the lead out of turn 2. Coming down that 3 straightaway. Rogers in the 2 spot, trying to get him back in turn 3. Right now it's St. Vincent. Keggles Bike Shop colors. Oh, he throws on the blinker and dives in low. Trying to hold on to this win here. Here we go. Bar to bar on the back straightaway. Across the line and to the stripe. The big win in the drag race. The Wrath. St. Vincent with a 2. Rogers with a 3. You know what? St. Vincent was giving it 1,000% down that back straightaway, too. Nice job, Tucker. A big win there to the Wrath. Layla Rogers. Nice race. 9 inner, 21 out there. Looking at Hernandez. Simmons, Moore. That's what we had first and second go-round out there. Adrian Hernandez, a 116 bike. This should seal the deal on the win for Hernandez. Twisted Racing colors. So we head down that back straightaway. Hernandez coming on through with a 116 with a win out there. Look like the 150. Mavis Simmons gets the overall 2 trophy cards. The 150 of Chucky Moore got the overall 3. So Simmons with a 2, Moore with a 3. That's how it went out of 21. 22, 10 intermediate, Farr, Williams, Kadia, Teague. Yeah, more boosted colors. Levi Teague in the 25 coming back this way. Teague coming on through with another win here, 10 intermediate. 87 bike. Dayton Farr with a 2. We're drag racing for 3 and 4. The 197 with a 3. Peyton Kadia gets the 3. Zayden Williams with a 4 out there. How many wins does Levi Teague have? He's got to be getting close. Oh, he is expert. Okay, I was going to say. I knew that. 12 inner, 23 out there. Lane's got the low point. We're tied up here with Wallace and Sassy Pants Swain. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. Hawk Lane leading the charge. We got Wallace in the 2 spot. Swain sitting 3. Down that 3rd straightaway we go. Yeah, that's not right. So they're not tied up. Wallace got a 4-point second go around. So Hawk Lane got the win out there.
So they're tied. So Jace would have gotten the 2. Would have still gotten the 2 because he got 7 back.
Wallace with a 2? Yep.
Wallace got the 2. Sassy Pants got the 3 out there. 24 on the track right now, 14 inner. Rivera, Milky Jr., and Parham. Rivera's got the low point win, and Milky Jr. and Parham were 2 and 3. So Joker got the 2, Parham got the 3 out there out of Moto 24. 25. 26, 35 inner coming back this way. Swinbank, Harold, and Scholes. Ooh, look out. Fast Pat. Man, he got the overall 2 trophy cards. Swinbank got the overall win. Swinbank got the 1. Harold got the 2. Scholes got the 3. 46.50 inner out there, 26. Melton, Pulaski, and Barnes. Pulaski is a no-show. Melton coming back this way. Melton going to get the win out there. Coach Mark getting the win, Beginners League. 125 bike of Barnes with a 2 out of Moto 26. 27 out there. This one is all over the place in points. Looking like the Star sitting on the low point. Cupcake with a 4-point. Sunflower with a 5-point. So one-way moto. Heading down that back straightaway, all bunched up there. 1, 2, and 3. Anybody's racing this one. As we bring it back this way, let's see how they finish up. 2 bikes going to come on through with a low point. 3 bikes going to get the 2. So trophy cards, hold on a second. We got to run some numbers here. So the overall win went to the 2 bike, the Star. Overall second went to the 3 bike, Cupcake. And the overall third went to the 1 bike, Sunflower, out of main Moto 27. Main Moto 28, 8 expert coming back this way. James going to take the low point win. It looks like Hinderlader was all tied up with Wallace. He's going to get the 2. Wallace with the 3 out of Main Moto 28. Main Moto 29, 12 expert. Hernandez, Nalen, and Stewart. Not a total points race. Oh, Rocket Ray trying to pull the trigger here down that back straightaway. Oh, man, 44 by Nalen. Saw it coming. Nalen's going to get the win. Stewart with a 2. And the 29, Hernandez with a 3 out there. Out of Main Moto 29. Main Moto 30, 14 expert. Lee, Beard, Suter. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. It's got to be Hot Rod Lee out front right now. Coming on the back straightaway. Hot Rod, 26 bike. Going to cruise on through for the win. 6 bike, a Beard with a 2, and Suter with a 3 out of Main Moto 30. 31 out there, 15 expert. Henderson, Farr, and Moore. Yeah, headed down that 3 straightaway. Farr out front right now. Henderson. Got a good line going down that final turn. Farr and Henderson, 1 and 2. Oh, Henderson's going to try to sneak on by him here after the stripe. Oh, ran out of gas. Farr's going to get the win. Henderson with a 2 and the 53 of Moore with a 3 out of 31. 32 out there, 17-20 expert. Arrington, Zanoni, Beard, Henderson. Yeah, coming down that 3 straightaway. It's got to be Zanoni out front right now. Zanoni leading the charge. Headed down that back straightaway. Zanoni's going to get the win out there. 102 bike, a Henderson with a 2. Beard with a 3, and Arrington with a 4. 21-25 expert, Monahano, Foster, Hathcock. Yeah, it's got to be Monahano up front right now. Look at the old guy hanging out there. Yeah, Foster. Coming down that back straightaway. Monahano's going to get the win. Hathcock with a 2. The old guy can hang. He can hang out there. Foster's going to get a 3. And that is going to do it. Teams, get those team sheets up here. How's it looking, Paul?
Parker didn't even make it. Poor guy. And then he thought he did good, and then his friend cut him down. His friend didn't do it.
Who else we got up here? Who else we got?
Oh.
How you looking? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It was a competitive night of racing out here. Let's see what we got.
I'm going to meet you tomorrow. Are you coming tomorrow or no?
Let's see.
Sunday. I'm not, though. Yeah. I'll be gone. Are you going to go?
I got everybody but Midwest Militia.
All right.
Oh, here he comes.
Good luck this weekend. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, Kegel's looking pretty good tonight. It's up to Midwest Militia. How's it looking, Joker? Thanks, buddy. Ooh. All right, teams, listen up in 6th place. 24 points, Boosted BMX. 5th place, 25 points, Fly Zone. 4th place, 27 points, Broke Folk Racing. 3rd place, 29 points, Midwest Militia. 2nd place, 30 points, Twisted Racing. And on top, 31 points, Kegel's Bike Shop. See you guys Sunday. Make sure you clean up those pits. And thanks again for coming out, guys. We'll see you Sunday.